Exercise 21 has two parts. The first part is, just up to you guys. I don't want you guys to submit it. Just draw a cube, rectangle, then, use push pull to make it to a cube. Then select it and use scale and try different handle. See how it change the size, the scale. See if you grab this one, how it affect the size. If I want to change it proportionally, I have to select the corner. See, when I select the corner, all sides change the scale at the same time. So this is something I just want you guys to play around. And after that, when you finish, playing around with this one, I want you guys to copy what you see here. Using this one, copy those. And I kind of give you some information here. This lamp is half size of this one. So if I want to change the scale of this one to the half, first I have to select it. This is a group, so with one click I can select it. Then I type S to go to scale. Because I want to keep the proportion, I have to grab this corner. So I grab this corner and I just type, see it, I wanted to make it half. So I just type 0.5, enter. And here you go, I have this one. The next one, I want to make the size of this carpet double. Looks like that one. I have to select it. Then, again, I just type S, grab this corner, and to have it double, I just type 2, enter. So it makes the size double. This one, it's completely different. It's nothing to do with the scale. And I want to show you guys why and when we use something like that. In this case, if I want to, change the scale of this one, if I select it and I grab, in this case, I just want to make it longer. If I grab the middle handle here and move it, see, even the armrest is changing the size and it looks funny. Sometimes maybe it's not that visible, but sometimes you cannot do that. We can change the scale with move command too, because everything stick together. If I move just part of this sofa, you will see how can I change the scale, because I want to add one seat to this sofa without changing the thickness of the armrest. This is a group. To modify a group, you have to double click and go inside. So again, this is group inside group. So I have to again double click, and now I'm inside the group of this part of the sofa. Then I open a window. See, by opening a window, I'm selecting this part and this part of the sofa. And now if I start the move command and move those parts just from here to here, exactly the size of one seat, from here to here. So basically I move them the same size of one seat. Then I press spacebar and I just click once. So I'm outside of that group, but I can still use. So I'm outside of that group, but still I can, move this part. So what I would do, I use move, grab this corner, control, and I copy it here. Okay. The next one, I want to change the scale, but I just want you, this one I want to change the height of the table, not the whole the scale of the whole table, because the tabletop is 4 feet. I don't want to modify that. See, the height of this one is 1 foot 7 inch. I want to make it 2 feet. Okay, so in that case, what I have to do, I have to select the object. And the problem with scale in SketchUp, it's not like AutoCAD. You cannot, you know, put, there is no reference. Remember in AutoCAD we had reference. The next one, I want you to change the height of this table. The height of the table is 1 foot 7 and 3/4. I want you to change it to 2 feet. Okay, and I don't want you to change it to all direction because I want to keep the tabletop 4 feet. The problem with scaling SketchUp is that it's not like AutoCAD. We don't have reference. We cannot tell SketchUp that this specific height, I wanted to change it to this specific height. So we need some guideline. Okay, so to have a guideline, remember we have to go grab the measuring tape. Then I want to change the height from the bottom of the table to the top of the table to 2 feet. So I just make a guideline. See, I just click there. I show the blue direction and I type 24. And see, this 24 is where I want this table. The height of the table, I want to be matched with that one. Sometimes when we use scale and we use this option, we don't get exactly the same number, but it's not a big deal. It's just a table and nobody gonna measure it. So what I would do, now I select the object, I go to scale, and remember I just want to change the height. I don't want to change everything, so I grab the top handle and I just bring it here and match it to the height of this guideline. And as you can see, it's really close to 2 feet, but it's not 2 feet, but it's fine. It's really hard. Changing the scale in SketchUp is a little bit tricky. So I leave this one like that. The next way that we can change the scale, when we have a group, see this one, I want you guys to change the size of this brick. Okay, the way that the height of the brick is become 3 inch. So it's a little bit tricky. It's not that easy to do it. If I just, if I make a guideline and I put 3 here, then I try to use scale because I want to keep the proportion. If I click here and I try to find this, guideline, it's not working. It's really hard. But the good thing is this is a group, so I can easily change the scale of the group to the specific size that I want. Okay, so to do that, I have to go inside the group. See, when I click here, everything's selected. It means this is a group. I double click and I go inside the group. Then I just grab the measuring tape and I measure here to here. And I want this height to change to 3. After I measure it, immediately I just type 3, enter. SketchUp telling me that this group or component, it would be resized. I would say yes, and here you go. If I use measuring tape and measure this one, see, it's 3. I couldn't do the same thing with this one because if I do it with this one, it would change the size of the tabletop too.